up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Gold hits 5,300 as of just a few minutes ago. It was 5,300 with 5,320, $5,320. Silver was at $112, 114 to be exact. Anyways, we're commuting into San Francisco. Check out that bridge. It's a nice day today. It was raining a little bit earlier, but it's all good. Anyways, hit that like, subscribe button down below. So silver hits, gold hits 5,300. It's up $200. I was with a friend, I was talking to a friend, and it's crazy how much gold has gone up, you know, just in 1 month. Matter of fact, a month ago, we both bought some gold. He bought like 2 ounces, and then I think I bought like 2 ounces too. We both bought around 2 ounces of gold a month ago, and we paid $4,200 an ounce, and we're up $1,000 as of today, you know, or we're down, you know, based on the value of the dollar, or we're down, right? It's fiat currency. Anyway, so today I want to talk about not even the banks, not even the central banks trust the fiat currency. And this is a warning for all you people out there, right? That you're getting a lot of media attention with crypto, and go invest in crypto and these crypto projects, and this is the future, and I don't believe it. I think it's the mainstream media is using crypto as a propaganda, you know, to push something that's pretty much worthless, right? And to go and buy up all the gold and silver. Could I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. But anyways, back to what I was saying, that not even the central banks trust fiat currency. And this is a warning to all of us that the central banks know something that we don't know, right? And there's a lot of things that we know that the central banks know, and I'm pretty sure the central banks are aware that the public is starting to I guess, realize that either the end of the fiat currency, or we're probably gonna have to do something about it before the BRICS take over, right? Or something's got to happen, which is my point. And if the banks don't trust fiat currency, why the hell would you? Which is my point. Why in the world would you allow, you know, yourself to be in a position where you could potentially lose everything you've worked for because you know, a group of people decided to, you know, print money, which is the Federal Reserve, right? Anyways, so I was watching a YouTube video, right? And I've said this, and I've talked about this maybe like 2 days ago, how Fox Business and Friends, right? They had uploaded a video. It was the big buff black dude, right? The anchor, I forget his name. Anyways, he was saying that nobody saw this coming, even on the either the thumbnail or the title of the video. Nobody saw this coming, the gold surge, right? And I'd like to say that, yeah, a lot of us actually did see it coming. Peter Schiff saw this coming since 2003. during COVID, I remember, during the shutdown, I was blessed to have a job. But I remember during the shutdown, I was with some friends, right, or some family and friends, and this is when the Federal Reserve started printing money again, right? And I was telling who was I telling? I was telling my someone that I know, right? I don't want to get into the details of who this person was, but I was telling them how I was worried because I knew the moment the Federal Reserve started printing money and started sending these stimulus checks, I was aware of the fact that that was like a bad idea, right? And no one around me, or just no one seemed to really care. And they printed a whole bunch of money, right? And something happened that nobody expected to happen, which was we didn't see any inflation, right? Which is which was a little weird when the federal when a government prints a whole bunch of, well, it wasn't a government, but when they print a whole bunch of money, the inflation has to go somewhere, and these guys couldn't figure out where the inflation had gone. So I guess, from my understanding, is they created inflation, and now it's out of control, right? A few years later. And the inflation is so out of control, in my opinion, or this about to get out of control, that the central banks are starting to pile up. They've started 2-3 years ago. I'm not bullshitting you guys. Go look it up on Google. They've been stockpiling on gold for years now. Minimum 2-3 years, at least, in order to hedge against whatever they're hedging against, whatever's coming our way. That's why they're positioning themselves with gold. Think about it. It's the perfect how do I say this? The perfect way on distracting people. They push crypto, the banks come through, they buy up all the gold, they buy up all the resources, and then once everything collapses, who gets to foot the bill? The rest of us. Anyways, that's something that you guys, need to be 100% aware of, because the moment you assume that these entities and these individuals have a vested interest in you, that's the moment you messed up. No one's gonna care about, no one's gonna come and save us. No one's gonna fix this. I assume that no one's gonna fix this. You hear a lot that, the government's gonna revalue gold. I honestly do believe that's a big possibility, and maybe that's one of the reasons why they're pushing crypto, because they don't want people to just start panicking. That's another one. Like, if everyone, you guys have to feel blessed. If you've been collecting any type of precious metals, right, or you've been collecting assets, tangible assets that protect you when we have a bad economy or a recession that's going to be coming through, the last thing you want to do is spread panic within the public. And are we gonna see $10,000 gold soon? I mean, we're already halfway there if you think about it. Gold's at 5,300. Silver shot up to 117 the other day. It's 114 today. Right now when I checked, and yet no one still seems not. They don't seem to know. Matter of fact, Fox News uploaded a video, I think today or last night. I think it was last night. They finally had Peter Schiff on, but you know what's crazy? They don't want people knowing. You know, the noise is starting to go out there. And on the headline, you know, what did it say? Stockbroker. They call him a stockbroker, right? Stockbroker has highest performing what is it called, fund. So I guess Peter Schiff for during 2025, he had the best performing I guess fund portfolio, whatever you want to call it. And yeah. So he's starting to grasp people's attentions, Peter Schiff, and he's been telling people this for at least 2 decades. And in the video, you know, he was saying that he started when he was managing people's funds, right? I guess these rich individuals' funds, that he started buying gold when gold was including gold in people's portfolios when it was at $300 an ounce, which is insane, right? Those people, you know, I'm pretty sure those people are grateful they listen to Peter Schiff, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people where they were like, this guy's a lunatic, let's not listen to him, and they're regretting it, right? And this is something that, and it's one thing I want to also emphasize is that silver is still cheap. I don't think we're ever going to see $30 silver again. It is mathematically impossible. There's a shortage, the supply and demand. There's more demand than supply. Obviously, you see a lot of mom and pops, you know, just a lot of older people, you know, they see silver at past $100 and they're selling trying to sell all of it. And as a matter of fact, I went to a coin shop and I saw this old guy pull out a huge treasure chest, like a treasure chest out of his trunk, filled with silver, cashing out silver that he bought, I'm pretty sure, like at $3 an ounce. Anyways, silver, in my opinion, is still cheap for the simple fact here. Let's compare silver to gold, right? And I'm not gonna bring up the gold to silver ratio. When gold was at $300 an ounce, it was still accessible to the average Joe, which is you and I. You know, people weren't really priced out of gold back then, right? Even at $500, $800, or even at $1,500, even a year ago, which was at $2,700. That's a little up there, right? And I'm generally speaking, when it comes to you know, to access the precious metal, right, where the average individual still had an opportunity to buy some. That opportunity is starting to slowly evaporate, for the simple fact that we've already reached 5,300. Let's be honest, how many of us, you know, have 5,300 in cash laying around, ready to deploy to invest, and let it sit there and just not do anything? Not that many people. Most people can't even come up with $400 cash, let alone they're gonna come up with, you know, let's call it 55 after you pay for a premium. Let's say you want to go buy an ounce today, 5,500. Yeah, you could buy fractions. You know, you can buy 1/10 of an ounce coin, which is going for around like $500 right now, right? Most people don't even have the $400, let alone $500 for 1/10 of an ounce of a gold coin, which is my point. That's a sad reality that we're living in right now, where people, their finances, credit cards. People they're defaulting on their credit cards, they're defaulting on their car notes, they're defaulting on their mortgages, they're defaulting on you see defaults on even commercial real estate. More than half the population can't come up with $400, and $100 silver is still accessible to you and I. You may not like the price, which is a totally different argument, which I will not be disputing. You can't dispute that argument that silver was cheap at 12. If you bought it at $12, $25, $30, 40, 60 bucks, that's undeniable. You can't argue with that was cheap silver. But the average Joe still hasn't been priced out, which we can, regular people like you and I, if you don't have enough, if you don't, and I've seen this on Reddit, I didn't realize how bad especially someone like me, how good I have it, where I can consistently accumulate silver on a consistent basis without having to, how do I say this, to jeopardize my finances, or to to cut back. But my point is that silver might get to a point where once it crosses a certain threshold, it's not going to be accessible to the average Joe, price point wise. The China stopped exporting they submitted the blockade where companies need the approval of the government to export either precious metals or silver. I'm not sure which one it really is. In November, the United States classified silver as a critical national security like an element. That's another one. And all the companies that need it for for producing things, it's being consumed at just such a rapid pace that there's literally a shortage. Can the shortage and we've been on a shortage for 5 years, almost half a decade. You can't just magically make a commodity appear out of nowhere, especially something like that you got to dig it up and process it and refine it, and it just a lot of moving parts go into mining and producing these precious metals. Anyways, matter of fact, one of my someone commented on one of my videos that they got around here. There's like a precious metal shop around here on Polk Street, and they sell like bullion and all kinds of stuff. I might have to come check them out one of these days. Right here on this is Polk Street. If you guys like the nightlife, this is a good spot to come out here. Have a few drinks. There's a lot of college girls out here if you're into that, and you see a lot of nasty shit out here too. Like they got I think this is like the transgender district too. They got like a few transgender bars up there, which that's not my thing. Y'all could go ahead and do that if you guys like that. But I'm trying to find this coin shop though. Where's it at? Maybe it's back there though. Anyways, where was I going with this? So with the where was I going with this? I had a brain fart real quick. Anyway, so yeah, we still haven't been priced out. We're at the beginning stages where for gold, the average individual is the beginning stages, in my opinion, of the average individual of getting priced out in order to be able to obtain gold. And the more time goes on and the more money they print, the more inaccessible it's going to be for the average Joe. And if you don't own any gold, at least do yourself a favor and buy yourself some silver, even if you think it's overpriced. Or matter of fact, don't do that. This channel, I'm not a financial guru, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just a regular dude driving into the city. You guys see it, I'm commuting into the city. This is unlicensed, unprofessional advice. And yeah. And silver, and with that being said, yeah. So silver is the bridge to the gold, in my opinion. Silver is going to help you bridge and catapult you into, especially if gold goes to the, reaches $10,000. Who's going to have, they're printing money. Yeah, they're increasing the money supply, but at the same time, it's like, who's going to want to spend 10 grand on a coin if it ever gets to that point, which I do believe is going to get to that point. No one thought gold was going to reach to 5,000, and look, we're at 5,300 as of today, January 28th, 2026. No one in their right mind thought silver was going to reach $100, and look, we peaked at 117. Anyways, do yourself a favor, protect yourself. Don't listen to these look at these drug addicts with the dogs. You see a lot of that shit out here. Or in the Tenderloin, look, and the cops, they don't even do anything. And they can't do anything, which is sad. Anyway, so silver is still cheap in my opinion. I'm gonna finish off the video with that. Right now we're in the Tenderloin district. That building on the left corner, that used to be a strip club prior to COVID. And yeah, you see a lot, and especially out here, you see a lot of commercial real estate buildings that are vacant. You guys could probably see it on the video. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. Silver's still accessible. Don't wake up tomorrow. You don't want to wake up tomorrow 5 years from now and silver's at $500-$600 or $1,000, which if they keep on printing, that's a really likely possibility. Yeah. Fuck. That's a very likely possibility, and you guys are gonna be scratching your heads like, damn, I should have invested when I had a chance. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go because I'm not supposed to be driving on this lane. I'm out here cutting traffic, and I'll check this out. I'm gonna show you guys before I end the video. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little tour around the Tenderloin. Check it out. You see a lot of drug addicts. The streets are dirty. And before I end it, I'm gonna you guys see those hotels? These dirty ass hotels. So when I was a teenager, right? I'm gonna finish off my video with this. I'm gonna give you guys a quick little story when I was in my teens. I was out here, and damn, you guys see those? It's crazy. I would say that 90% of the people that you're seeing walking around the street right now are probably on some type of drug, guaranteed, which is kind of sad. Anyways, you guys see that hotel, right? A lot of these hotels are $20 hotels. Even though with inflation going on, you can still find a $20 hotel. 2025. You guys saw that guy's face? Anyways, yeah. Back when I was a teenager, I had nowhere to sleep, and I had to rent one of these hotels. This is when I was, I was kind of broke, and these. I would rather sleep in a car. Like if I was to go homeless, I would rather sleep in a car nowadays before going inside one of these hotels in this neighborhood. And it's crazy because where the Macy's at, what's that? Union Square is only like a 3-minute drive from here. Where the famous Union Square, San Francisco Union Square, where you have Macy's, the Christmas tree, all that. It's only a 3-minute drive from here, and it looks nothing like this. Anyways, you guys see it? Check it out. You got a lot of Muslims out here too. But look, check it out. Look at this fucking lady. Poor fucking dog. Excuse my language. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.